Hey guys, just another little touring tip. I'm not sure which channel to put it on really. Is this 4x4 diesel with a bit of information for your Prados and your touring vehicles, or is it 4x4 Touring Australia? Because it's kind of touring info, but it's kind of maintenance info. So look, this is the deal guys, if you haven't worked it out yet. The 120 Prados are pretty good. I mean, the back of the vehicles, they get a bit of a low pressure, so of course the back of every vehicle gets dusty, but the 120 is not too bad. But the maintenance, we do a bit of maintenance while we're away, so we'll just get in. Look, you can see the K on table there. Generally what we've got is, inside there is a cloth like this, you know, they're kind of like, look, I don't know if they're microfiber cloths or whatever you buy. These are from Costco, right? So that's the brand. I particularly like them. I think you get a, geez, what was it? A 36 pack for about $20 or $25. So less than $1 each or something like that. It's just ridiculous. So you can keep a few in the vehicle. They're handy around the house, the workshop there. These are really good for cleaning. I just want to say, a clean one of these, you can give it a good clean and wring it out. Use it like a chamois. You can use it to clean the interior. You can use it to clean anything, really. You can wash the car with it if you've got water. Anyway, my point is, I keep it, you can see, I don't know if you can see that mark there, but it's damp there. That's because I keep one each side of this board to stop it rattling around in there. And of course you need cloths to clean and wipe things. But what you do when you've got a damp one of these, so what a lot of people are doing is first using the blower to blow off the back of the vehicle. Not my idea, someone else came up with that, I copied it, I just reckon it's a good idea. So you blow all the dust off. You know, if you've got a lot of water available that you can hose off the back of the vehicle, obviously that's great, but it's not always the case. But the key thing here is to help it seal and so that it doesn't damage the paintwork on the back of the vehicle. It's quite important that you regularly give it a bit of a clean. So what you do, if you've got a good one of those and you've blown it dry, you can just literally wipe along the whole perimeter. See, there's a slight wear line starting along there, right? And it wears through the paintwork all the way around to the bottom. So all the way around both sides. I just want to show you that. And the same thing over here on the seal. So they give that a good wipe down like that as well. And obviously when it's dirty, this one's already been cleaned up a bit, you know. But I thought of when I was on a trip thinking, you know, I probably should, some people know that or some people don't know, but a couple of problems you have is it doesn't always seal properly, right? It doesn't always seal properly if it's covered in dust, and when you open and close it and it upsets that dust sort of thing. So it can cause some noises and squeaks and rattles and stuff in some vehicles as well. So it's all different, and it is important when you're back to give it a really good cleanup. But this one was just really about that. Look, I'll go to the other vehicle that's here and show you what can happen if you haven't kind of done that maintenance and kept that clean. So you just want to give that a good wipe there. If we're on a trip, you'd see what I mean, but when you're on a trip, you'll see what I mean. Let's go and have a look at the other vehicle and see what it looks like after nearly 400,000 Ks. All right, so this is the 120. I'm just looking around the whole thing now. Now, a couple of issues with this one that you probably can't quite see in the picture, but over the years, in the first 4 or 5 years before we got the vehicle, you can see where when they shut the door, something must have been hanging out the bottom or something like that. And they've jammed the door shut a couple of times on things. So that's the first problem, because that bends the steel in, and maybe I'll show you that before the end of the video, but that bends the steel in. It can also damage the seal. Now the seal on this, just having a feel of it now actually while I'm talking to you, it's actually in really good condition still. Like, you know, it's a Toyota thing. But what I want to show you, see the wear along the top? Can you see that? Right, it starts, look, you know, there's a little bit of a mark all the way, but it's particularly bad from there, you know, all the way across there. It's, you know, the worst of it's here. It's kind of like worn through the paint, right? I suppose kind of no big deal if you like, you know, it's just going to work. But look, by keeping that dust off there and giving that a wipe down at your stops, then at the end of the day, when you're at a water hole or a tap or whatever, you just give your cloth, just give it a daily rinse out, or when possible, you know. Obviously when you haven't got water to spare, you can't do it. You just keep using it dirty, give it a shake off. But where possible, yeah, you just try and keep it clean, you know what I mean? And that'll help with the seal as well, and help the dust to not come in. Yeah, and you just got to be careful that you look after the seal on the back door, because it is imperative. If that's damaged and got nicks out of it, that's what's going to let the dust in as well, you know. And some people talk about dust getting in. I don't have a problem with dust getting in our vehicles. I run it on fresh and keep all these type of maintenance things up to date. You might think, oh, you know, he's got time to do that, and a bit pedantic. Well, look, you know, it's not just about being clean. It just makes life easier, you know. But whatever. I mean, you can have dust and dirt if you want, and have the paint wear through. I'm just putting it out there for the people that want to look after the vehicle. All right, guys. Bada bing, bada boom. Shake a leg in the reflection there. There you go. And that's it. Kind of, sort of. See where they've you know, slammed the door shut on something, and it's kind of bent the steel in a little bit there. And another one here, there's 2 spots there. Nasty. Anyway, guys, if you found that helpful, you know the deal. Subscribe, whack that bell on, and give us a thumbs up. I'll be looking at the comments for ideas on the next videos. You don't want to let these doors slam open either. I'll just sort of mention while we're at it, because what it does, see, that's what stops the door from, that's the limit, right? So as that pulls there, it can actually pull this seam apart at the bottom here. This seam can get damaged. So if you're looking at purchasing a used Prado, it's something to have a look at, particularly the 120s, because the 150s, they've got that strut there that is definitely an improvement, allowing the door to open and close slowly, sort of thing. But yeah, so on the 120, you just got to be careful at the bottom of the door underneath there. Check for damage. And the other thing is, we have seen it damage at the hinges here as well. If you let things go hard enough, you can damage it. But obviously, if you look after it, see this seal here at this side of things is still in good condition. I was just having a feel of that. See, there's a bit, I think that's just the join there. No, that's all good along there. So, bada bing. All right, guys. Hope that's helped. See ya.